In this video, I'm gonna walk you through 5 insane ways to use Claude Cowork. So obviously Claude has been absolutely blowing up in the AI space. Not a lot of people know how to use Claude Cowork, which is way more powerful than the regular chat, in my opinion. So we'll go over what Claude Cowork is, why it's different than regular Claude chat, and also 5 great ways to use it in your own life. Before we dive in, you will need the Claude desktop app, as Claude Cowork doesn't run on the web. So yeah, it has to be the desktop app. Second, you need any paid Claude plan in order to use Claude Cowork. So I'm on the Pro plan, which is $20 a month, and that's enough to do everything that I'm about to show you. And then finally, you'll want to set up all of your connections in order to have Claude actually connect to all your apps. So for this video, I'm going to set up Zapier MCP, which gives Claude access to over 8,000 apps instead of you having to hook up every app one at a time. Okay, so let me show you guys how to do that step by step. So first you are going to open up Claude on your desktop. So you should land on the Cowork view, and that's the main task screen where everything runs from. So then you're gonna click into Customize and then hit the Connectors tab on the left. This is where you plug in every external app or connection. So we're just gonna type Zapier into the search bar at the top of the connectors list, and Zapier pops up under not connected. So we'll click it. And then Claude's going to redirect you to the authorization page. And then now you're on the Zapier MCP authorization page. So you're gonna want to make sure the right account is selected in the dropdown, and then you're gonna hit allow. So the button switches to authorizing with a little spinner, and then just give it a second. And then the browser is going to send you back to the Claude desktop app, and you'll see a little pop-up in the top right that says connected to Zapier. So once you see that, it is live. So Zapier shows up in your connectors list and also shows you a bunch of tools you've already connected. So I've already connected many tools for this demo, and yours might look a little bit more empty if you just started using Zapier MCP. So now let me show you how to add more tools to your Zapier MCP, which you'll need to follow the tutorial. So you're gonna wanna click the link below to head to Zapier's website and create an account. And once you log in, click the MCP button in the main page. Here I have a bunch of tools that I've already connected. If you don't connect your tools from here, your Claude agent can't actually use them. So yeah, make sure you guys connect all the tools that you need. And you can click the purple Add Tool button in the top right of the Tools panel to do that. So yeah, once you do that, then you've finished setting up your Zapier MCP. Okay, so now let's talk about the first use case, which is using Claude to create Reddit market research reports. So let's say you're building a product, or you're trying to make content, or you're just trying to understand what people actually think about AI tools. AI is definitely one of the best places to find these types of opinions, but of course, no one really wants to sit there to read a bunch of Reddit threads for like 3 hours. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Claude to pull feedback from Reddit, organize it by product, and then turn it into a clean Google Doc. On this Google Doc, we're gonna have like the main complaints, praises, trends, stuff like that. And of course, this probably won't apply exactly to your situation, but watch this and you guys will see it's very easy to just change it up a little bit to your exact need. Okay, so here is the prompt that I'm giving it. It's quite long, but basically it says, go scrape Reddit through Appify. So that's the tool that does the actual scraping, and then pull what people are saying about every major AI product and then dump it into a Google Doc. And then real quick, over on Zapier MCP, this is what we have: Appify, Google Docs, Google Sheets. These are the 3 tools that it has access to. So now we're gonna see a pop-up and it says, which AI products should I gather feedback on? It has a bunch of different options like ChatGPT and Claude, but I'm gonna say multi-product mix. Then it's gonna ask how many Reddit posts per query, and I'm gonna select 25 just to keep it a little bit faster for this demo. And yeah, as you guys can see, it checks with me on the stuff, like it asks me different questions before it burns a bunch of tokens and time going in the wrong direction. So now it is spinning up 6 keyword queries at the same time, right? Like it's going through ChatGPT's problems, it's going through Claude, it's going through like different bugs with Gemini. And then here is the finished Google Doc. So we have sections for every product, and then every claim has a citation, and it even gives low evidence flags when only 1 or 2 people say something, right? That way you can take that specific point with a little bit less emphasis. And so yeah, that's basically like 30 minutes of Cowork doing what would have been a half day for me. It's essentially a research intern that doesn't sleep. It can browse the web using Appify, and it can more specifically browse forums like Reddit. Now, before I show you guys the next one, real quick, here's one thing about Zapier MCP that you guys should know. If you only need Claude connected to one specific tool, a native MCP setup might be cleaner. But the reason why Zapier's MCP is really interesting is because you can connect to thousands of apps from one single place. So for this type of business workflow where I'm jumping between like Gmail, Sheets, Docs, Notion, GitHub, and everything else, Zapier, in my opinion, makes way more sense. Okay, let's talk about the second second use case, which is basically turning receipts into a tax spreadsheet. Obviously, every business owner hates receipts and having to deal with them. So if you have a folder full of PDF receipts, at some point, those need to become a spreadsheet for taxes or bookkeeping or expense reports. So either you're gonna do that yourself or you're gonna pay someone to actually manually copy everything over. And what people don't know is you can actually use Claude to read the receipts, pull out the merchant, the date, the total you spent, the tax, and the category, and then organize everything inside Google Sheets. Now we just give that Google Sheet to your bookkeeper or your CPA, and it's way easier. Plus, you'll definitely want this in case of an audit. It's just gonna make your life a lot easier. So here's the prompt, and I'm gonna be pretty specific. Currency rules, we have a don't fabricate rule, and then skip anything that's not a receipt. Basically, I'm just telling it all the rules I want it to follow. And as you can see, before it does anything, it plans out these 4 steps. So extract, create the sheet, append the rows, and verify. And then now it's reading the PDFs one by one through local commands. And as you can see, it just hit a CSV file that wasn't a receipt. So it just skipped it and it just did all that on its own. And obviously this is like sample data, but we have the final answer. So 21 receipts processed, $555.57 total, and then 1 file skipped. And then we pop that into Google Sheets and we have every row filled in. It's sorted by date, payment method, category. So looks really clean. And so yeah, this is the kind of task where the Zapier middle layer is totally fine. It's just structured data going into a spreadsheet. Okay, so here's the thing though. I don't want to ask Cowork to do this every single month. So what if we actually just create a script that does this on its own? And that brings us to the third use case, which is basically turning a repetitive task into a script. So this next one is really important because you don't always want AI to redo the same task over and over. If I'm gonna process receipts every month, I don't want to keep paying Claude to think through the same problem again. I'd rather just have it build me a simple tool that I can reuse. So this time I'm gonna ask Claude to turn that receipt process into a small Python script. Basically, we're gonna use tokens to do the hard thinking one time, and then it's gonna give me a repeatable system that I can run again later. Okay, so here is what I asked it to do. Basically, build me a little mini app that lives on folder and doesn't mess with anything else on my computer. Give me instructions, give me the actual code, and make it a real thing I can reuse. And as you guys can see, it just builds the whole thing, and there's a nice little folder with everything organized inside of it. If I go look at the folder, here's what's inside. So the main script, the instructions file, a list of what it needs to run, and then the final output. So this part's really interesting. It actually wrote a little heads up note saying, hey, this only works for these specific types of receipts I just looked at. It's not magic, so it's not gonna handle every receipt in the world. So it told me what it can't do, and of course we could teach it more things, but I'm gonna say that for a different video. And then now I'm just gonna hit run, and then the same 21 receipts, $555.57 total, same answer every single time. And then so the next time you have a pile of receipts, you don't even need to go back and forth with AI. Just point it at the script and then say, use this. So it's gonna be a lot faster, it's a lot cheaper, and you know exactly what you're going to get. So yeah, essentially what you're doing is you're using Claude Cowork to do something hard once. It's figuring out how to actually do it, and then you can write the script so that you don't pay for the brain every single time. And since it's just Python, your automation can actually be used on whatever model is hot right now. Okay, let's talk about the fourth use case, which is basically updating a CRM from Gmail. Essentially, I want to see if Claude could update a CRM for me. And this is actually a huge problem for a lot of businesses. Your CRM, it's supposed to tell you what's happening with leads and customers, but the actual conversations usually live inside of your Gmail. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Claude to read a few client threads, figure out the deal status, and update a Notion CRM with names, companies, stages, and follow-up. Okay, so here is the empty CRM in Notion. We just have a bunch of column headers and there's not really anything inside of it. So here's the prompt. Read my Gmail threads, sync them to Notion, fill in the status, the stage, and the deal value, and that's it. And now what it's gonna do is it's going to pull 5 client threads out of my inbox. So we have Priya, Devin, Alessia, Marcus, and Jordan. And it writes all 5 contacts straight into Notion. And if you go over to the database, yep, it is all populated. And then we have the summary. So it says $24,000 closed, $18,000 open, 2 follow-ups overdue. And it also told me that there were 2 date fields it couldn't map directly through Zapier. Instead, it have to use Notion's API for those. So yeah, essentially we can basically take take data from one set, which in this case is Gmail, use a Claude agent to analyze that data, and then take that information and put it onto any other platform, which in this case is our CRM. So the fifth Claude agent use case I want to talk about is using it to build and publish a team dashboard. So let's say your team is using a bunch of AI tools and you want a simple dashboard to see who's using the most tokens, how much you're spending, and then where the usage is going. So I'm going to basically ask Claude to build the dashboard, publish it online, and give me a live URL that I can actually send to my team. So here's the prompt: build a single web page file, load the chart library straight from the internet, dark theme, and then deploy it publicly so the team can see it. So it's just gonna go, it's gonna plan it out, it's gonna write the web page, it's gonna set up the project folders, it's gonna make a README file, and then it's gonna save everything to my computer. So let's open up the HTML page. And yeah, it's a solid looking dashboard, but right now I cannot share it with anyone. So let's actually make it online. And so first we're gonna upload the project to GitHub. So it's gonna hit the GitHub authorization step, and it says, I shouldn't ask for your credentials. Here are the exact 2 commands to run on your machine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run those 2 commands myself, and I'm gonna use Vercel to finish it. And okay, we have a live page, a real URL. It's a ai-token-leaderboard.vercel.app. And when I share this URL to anyone, they can actually open the dashboard through this link. So if you look at this dashboard, right, you can see 21.1 million tokens, $334 in spend. There's a daily usage chart. There's a team leaderboard with Maya, Diego, Aisha. And yeah, this is a great type of little tool to build out, which holds your team a bit more accountable, because yeah, right now with AI, you really want your team to be spending more money, right? It's a little bit counterintuitive, but the more tokens they're spending, the more they're actually using AI, and likely the higher their output is. So for example, in my business, we have a dashboard to show everyone how much they are spending. And we basically want everyone to spend as much as they can. So yeah, those are 5 different use cases for Claude. And as you can see, we just have one Zapier connection to basically connect all of my external apps. And what I will say is, like, these models, they're gonna keep changing. There's gonna be a new best one every few months. But the thing that last is the systems that you actually build around them. So what I encourage you guys to do is pick one of these, try building it out this week, and hopefully this will save you hours or dozens of hours every single month. And yeah, I know I've created many agents within my business. It has made such a big difference, and hopefully this video was able to help you guys out. In the description, I'll have a link to Zapier MCP. I also have a link to our free AI community, so I really encourage you guys to check that out. And yeah, hopefully you guys got some value from this video. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. I do a ton of videos about entrepreneurship, AI, finance, all this stuff. Again, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.